Welcome to EPG Pathshala. While understanding the history of mass communication, we have crossed different junctions so far. We have covered print, we have covered radio, and right now we are sailing through the history of television. In the previous modules, you have seen about the development of television technology and how it has emerged and adjusted itself in order to park amidst evolving technological infrastructure and new demands. In the present module, we will be talking about the history of Doordarshan. History of Doordarshan or the history of television services in India. This term might confuse you a little, but let me tell you that we start from 1959 when television services entered the Indian terrain. It was in the year 1976 when Doordarshan was separated from its umbilical cord, All India Radio, but still the nomenclature Doordarshan is used synchronously with television services in India. So let us go back in time. Let us go a little after India's independence movement when India gained independence and it was a new and young nation. Let us begin our present module. Need for TV broadcasting. The young independent India's foremost need was development. The political leaders recognized the value of information and its use for accelerating the process of development. Thus was started a model of public broadcasting committed to inform, educate, and entertain people. Television was introduced in India on September 15, 1959 in Delhi. It was almost after 2 decades British Broadcasting Corporation began the first television service in 1936. It was with the help provided by UNESCO. 180 Philip said that it all started. Doordarshan was supposed to be and was a tool for development. The broadcasting equipment was donated by Germans who had come for an industrial exhibition. All India Radio supplied floor space and initial news content. The programs were broadcast for an hour a day twice a week on community health, citizens' duties and rights, and traffic and road sense. Students, can you imagine just 2 hours of weekly broadcast at the present time? In 1961, the broadcasts were expanded to include a school educational television project. In 1964, with the aid of Ford Foundation, the center started telecasting educational programs for school in Delhi. Interestingly, regular daily transmission started in 1965 as part of All India Radio. Doordarshan began a 5-minute news bulletin in the same year in 1965. Pratima Puri was the first news reader. The first major expansion of television in India began in 1972 when a second television station was opened in Bombay. This was followed by stations in Srinagar and Amritsar and Calcutta, Madras and Lucknow in 1975. The historic telecast of 20-minute weekly program Krishi Darshan for farmers in about 80 villages commenced on 26 January 1967 and is one of the longest running programs on Indian television. It was in collaboration with the Department of Atomic Energy, the Indian Research Institute, Delhi, administration and the government of Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. Gradual increase in transmission time increased. The satellite instructional television experiment of 1975-76 was the first attempt anywhere in the world of using space technology for social education. ATS-6 satellite was borrowed from NASA for a year. Now Doordarshan has its own uplinking facilities. Up till 1975, only 7 Indian cities had a television service. Television services were separated from radio on April 1, 1976. The Prasar Bharati Act provides for establishment of a broadcasting corporation to be known as Prasar Bharati to define its composition, function and power. The Act grants autonomy to All India Radio and Doordarshan, which were previously under government control. It was finally implemented in November 1997. By the Prasar Bharati Act, all property, assets, debt, liabilities, payments of money due, all suits and legal proceedings involving Akashvani and Doordarshan were transferred to Prasar Bharati. Nationwide transmission. National telecasts were introduced in 1982. In the same year, color TV was introduced in the Indian market with a live telecast of Independence Day speech by then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi on 15th August 1982, followed by the 1982 Asian Games, which were held in Delhi. This was followed by a phase of rapid expansion of Doordarshan when in 1984 DD installed a transmitter in the country more or less every day. With this, the reach of television increased far and wide. Now, more than 90% of the Indian population can receive Doordarshan programs through a network of more than 1400 terrestrial transmitters. There are about 67 Doordarshan studios producing TV programs today. DD1, the national channel. It is the largest terrestrial network in the world, covering about 91.2% population and 79% land area of the country. Being a public service broadcaster, the channel continues to make significant contribution to accelerate socio-economic change, promote national integration, and stimulate scientific temper. The primary channel of Doordarshan has three major components of program content: information, education, and entertainment. Being a public service broadcaster, it strives to carry messages in its programs on information technology, family welfare, preservation of environment, ecological balance, highlighting the need for social welfare measures for women, children, and the less privileged. It also promotes sports and the artistic and cultural heritage of the country. How does Doordarshan generate its revenue? Doordarshan is an autonomous body funded by the Government of India. However, to mobilize additional resources for improvement of these services, Doordarshan accepts commercial advertisements and sponsored programs. Maximum commercial time permitted in a block of half an hour program was 25%, that is 7.5 minutes. However, part of this time was used for promotion of programs and cross-channel publicity. Due to the transmitters and infrastructural facilities of Doordarshan, it is considered amongst the leading broadcasting organizations throughout the world. Doordarshan currently has 21 channels, 11 regional channels and 2 national channels, 1 sports channel, 1 international channel, and also Lok Sabha TV and Rajya Sabha TV. DD Sports exclusively telecast various sporting tournaments and events which are of national and international significance. It also broadcasts local sports like Kabaddi, Kho-Kho, etc. DD News, which was launched by replacing DD Metro, is a 24-hour news channel. The third spark came in the early 90s with the broadcast of satellite TV by foreign programs like CNN, followed by Star TV, and a little later by domestic channels such as Zee TV and Sun TV. As the government gradually relaxed restrictions, in a landmark Supreme Court judgment in 1995, which ruled that the airways were not the monopoly of the government, more and more channels started beaming their content. Television in India grew both vertically and horizontally. More television sets were added in Indian homes. Access to television also increased. Talking about the system, Doordarshan has a 3-tier program services: national, regional, and local. The national program emphasizes on events and issues of interest to the entire nation. These programs include news, current affairs, magazine programs, and documentaries on science, art, culture, environment, social issues, serial, music, dance, drama, and feature films. The regional programs are beamed on DD National at specific time and also on the regional language satellite channel, which caters programs for interest of a particular state in the language and idiom of that particular region. The local programs are area specific and cover local issues featuring local people. There is always this emotional connect with Doordarshan students. The 1980s will be remembered for Hum Log, Bunyad, and comedy shows like Ye Jo Hai Zindagi. Shaktiman, India's first superhero, glued millions to Doordarshan, as did many other shows. Doordarshan's menu included Hindi film songs-based programs like Chitrahar, Rangoli, Ek Se Badhkar Ek, and Superhit Mukabla on one side, and crime thrillers like Karamchand, Vyomkesh Bakshi, Tehqiqat on the other. Jaspal Bhatti's flop show was everyone's breakfast. Similarly, the concept of music shows was introduced through Meri Awaaz Suno, and Bonvita's quiz competition kept amazing us. Surbi introduced us to our rich cultural heritage. Serials like Shanti and Swabhiman introduced the concept of daily soap opera. Craze that Doordarshan was. People enjoyed Doordarshan as television became a new family member. Families used to sit together and watch programs together. The visual aspect added to the charm, and people connected with the characters portrayed on television, and those became household names. Doordarshan offered programs for all age groups. The best point was that it was unsurpassed conqueror of people's attention, being the only one of its kind. From family soaps, musical programs, and mythological serials, the mix was amazing. We saw some quality content which became our national pride. Let us talk about some great shows on Doordarshan. Chandrakanta, based on Devki Nandan Khatri's novel, was an Indian historic series telecasted in 1994. An eternal love story set amidst battle and rivalry, its title song, grandness, and introduction of special effects glued people to it. Alif Lala, based on the story of 1000 Nights and produced by Sagar Films, was pure magic. The Green Genie, exciting plots, intriguing characters, flying carpets, magic lamps mesmerized the audience, especially the kids. Based on the Sanskrit collection Betal Pachisi of Mahakavi Somdev Bhatt and produced by Ramanand Sagar, Vikram or Betal was a massive rage among kids who fell in love with the character that meant to scare them. An old man in a flowing white wig, dentureless mouth, and a significant cackle. Aimed at teaching children life lessons by means of interesting stories, it was the first edutainment program in India. Ramayana was the first Indian mythological series to hold Limca's world record for the world's most viewed mythological series. Adapted from both Tulsidas and Valmiki's work, it was written and directed by Ramanand Sagar. With a near to perfect casting, it became so popular that the entire nation came to a virtual standstill when it aired. Drawing over 100 million viewers, India Today reported that India was having Ramayana fever as even trains and buses were rescheduled to adjust broadcasting hours. The success of Ramayana paved way for another epic series, Mahabharat. Narration at the beginning of every episode, Main Samay Hoon, by voice artist Harish Bhimani, was enough to make the entire country come to a halt. First cartoon series, Jungle Book of Rudyard Kipling, was a visual treat, and so was Tenali Ram, an intellectual appetite for its wit and brilliance. Puppet TV series Potli Baba Ki came with moral messages, and its catchy title song was composed by Gulzar. Captain Vyom introduced the concept of science fiction to Indian television, and Shaktiman, India's first superhero, played by Mukesh Khanna, was every child's attraction. Students, ask your parents and elder siblings about these programs and cherish their memories. You can watch them yourself on YouTube too. Coming to DD News with its tagline, Only News, Complete News. The packaging of Doordarshan News is till date the most newsworthy, all-inclusive both content-wise and geographically. The story of Doordarshan will be incomplete without acquainting you with the newsreaders and anchors of the past whose charm and style ruled the hearts of Indians. Salma Sultan worked as an anchor in Doordarshan for 30 years from 1967 till 1997. She was famous for her signature rose tucked under her left ear in her hair and wrapping the border of her sari around her neck in a unique style. Salma Sultan gave the first news of assassination of Indira Gandhi on Doordarshan's evening news on 31st October 1984, more than 10 hours after she was shot dead. Tejeshwar Singh was a famous English newsreader during 80s and early 90s. He had a status quo appeal, known best for his well-kept beard and deep baritone voice. Pranay Roy started his career with televised coverage of India's general election. On Doordarshan, he hosted news programs like The News Tonight and The World This Week. Later, he started India's first 24-hour English news channel, NDTV 24/7. Gitanjali Iyer was an elegant and erudite yesteryear Doordarshan newsreader. Rinni Simon Khanna was handpicked from radio to anchor the national news on Delhi Doordarshan in 1985, co-anchoring news with Tejeshwar Singh. Usha entered into media and journalism, appearing as the English news reader for Doordarshan and writing for several magazines. Soon she was producing and sometimes anchoring television news feature, quiz, talk show, and documentaries for corporate houses, the Air Force, Ministry of External Affairs, and international organizations such as the World Bank and Portuguese and Brazilian TV. Shammi Narang was selected from among 100,000 candidates into Doordarshan and became the face of Doordarshan news reading and Indian television during the 1970s and 80s. He was a master of high quality voice and unique style. Manjari Joshi is another evergreen faces of yesteryear's Doordarshan. Meenu Talwar had a long association, almost of 35 years, with Doordarshan as a newsreader and anchor. Avinash Kaur Sareen started her career as a presenter on Doordarshan, subsequently was promoted to be the main newscaster on Doordarshan. She was one of the very few lady newsreaders who would always sport a smile when greeting users. Sadla Maheshwari, Ved Prakash, and Kaveri Mukherjee were some erudite Doordarshan newsreader. Vinod Dua has been the face of Indian television since 1974. He has been associated with Indian television's transition from a government-controlled black and white single-channel entity to the present-day alternative media and his own The Wire. Narottam Puri was the face of sports on Doordarshan for almost 3 decades. His sports quiz on TV during the 70s and 80s was a much-awaited show. His cricket commentary was well recognized the world over. Doordarshan entered the new era of satellite broadcasting with the launch of DD Direct Plus on 16 December 2004. DD Direct Plus is India's first DTH service offering 54 TV channels and 21 radio channels. Towards this end, Doordarshan has also distributed dish antenna and set-top boxes free to community organizations in far-flung and remote areas of the country. DD Kisan. On 26 May 2015, Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi launched a television channel DD Kisan dedicated to farmers, which provides information about best agricultural practices, farming techniques, water conservation, and organic farming. Programs for different channels of Doordarshan are sourced from in-house production, programs produced by Doordarshan professionals utilizing Doordarshan infrastructure, including coverage of events live by Doordarshan. Then there are commissioned programs which are produced by persons of proven merit with funds provided by Doordarshan. Next, there are sponsored programs which are privately produced programs telecast by Doordarshan on payment of a fee in exchange of free commercial time. There are also these royalty programs which are acquired by Doordarshan from outside producers on payment of royalty for single or multiple telecast. Also, we have acquired programs which are the programs acquired from foreign companies on payment of rights fee. There are also some educational and development programs telecasted by Doordarshan. In a bid to attract more viewers, public broadcaster Doordarshan relaunched its national channel as Desh Ka Apna channel with a slew of new programming. Reach, relevance and revenue are major challenges confronting Doordarshan. With more and more channels jostling for eyeballs, news program of Doordarshan is amongst the highest viewed item. Almost all English news channels on the television sets in India flash numbers related to their viewership and make tall claims of being the most watched. The truth seems to be something else. It is the public sector broadcaster Doordarshan or DD News which has beaten all such private channels according to the data released by Broadcast Audience Research Council of India, which uses a real-time television rating points measurement system and is a non-profit body of Indian Broadcasting Foundation, Association of Advertising Agencies of India, and Indian Society of Advertisers. According to the data released by the Council for the week of 10th to 16th June of the year 2017, average 58% of English news viewers watched DD News when it aired English news bulletin leaving other English news channels far behind, while other channels were left fighting over less than 50% of the market share. Excluding news programs, the scene for other genres is not so promising. Doordarshan stands at a crossroad. With the advancement of technology and change of viewers' profile and audience taste, Doordarshan's strength lies in its penetration in rural areas, in its credibility and image as a public service broadcaster. Its weakness lies in its unattractive content format and marketing of its content. Quality human resource crunch is another issue. It needs to upgrade to full digital platform and attract creative manpower. It has to be convergence friendly. Undoubtedly, Doordarshan is the substitute soul for uniting India. From Ek Chiriya Anek Chiriya and Mile Sur Mera Tumhara, the patriotic credential goes to Doordarshan. Till date, the best that the government has able to produce, public service messages, Incredible India campaign, Doordarshan has reinforced the classical tradition through its integrative spirit, melodious outpouring, and magical ethos. DD's signature tune had a cosmic feel to it. It was made by Ali Ahmad Hussain Khan. Over all these momentous years, Doordarshan has worked to fulfill its mandate, that is, to inform, educate, and entertain with honesty and dedication. Still young and vivid, it is sincerely hoped that there is no interruption or rukawat in Doordarshan's mission of Satyam Shivam Sundaram promise of creating a just, moral, and erudite landmark in the broadcast history of India. Doordarshan archives are a treasure house of many memorable performances of the great artists who have contributed to India's rich music and dance heritage. New Year programs entertained one and all. Doordarshan will always be special to our memories and in the atlas of broadcasting history. With this, we have come towards the end of this module, that is History of Doordarshan. We have seen how Doordarshan made a humble beginning as television services began in India in the year 1959 as an experimental telecast with the aid provided from UNESCO. Philips provided some requisite material, Germans provided the technology. It was initially 2 hours of weekly telecast and gradually the duration of telecast increased. Then happened the satellite instruction television experiment, which was again a landmark in the history of broadcast journalism in India. Color telecast was introduced in 1982 and national telecasts were also introduced in the same year. That era was the golden period of Doordarshan with many serials like Ramayan, Mahabharat, Bunyad, Hum Log coming to people's drawing room. People connected with these serials as they showed simple stories through simple characters. In 1991, Indian broadcasting was open to foreign nationals and many satellite channels came to our home. But there was no looking back. DD News till dates is able to garner the highest TRP and Doordarshan has been able to fulfill its mandate of Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Thanks for watching.